a Christian singles dating system?
No. You see, I'll tell you some kind of an interesting thing about me. I studied for the ministry at Princeton Seminary for 3 years, and I am a passionate Christian. I pray, I read the Bible, I hold pretty orthodox Christian values. But then I went and took a doctorate at the University of Chicago, and I've always felt such a need to try to speak to both sides. I want to try to reach all people with this website. We have hundreds of thousands of Buddhists and Hindus and atheists and agnostics and Jews and Christians and Wiccans. We have lots of different religions represented. That's been really important to me, and I think
you're okay with Wiccans.
You know, I'm okay. I'm okay with anybody who basically says, I deeply want to build a stronger link to the person I'm involved with. I want to have it survive over time, and I want to marry somebody else who's a lot like I am. So when a Wiccan comes in, we will match them with a Wiccan. I don't know. I don't dig in and try to find out what Wiccans are all about. But I do think that we've got some fundamental principles that help people get matched in a way that will be less problematic for them over time.
Before we get to the process, because I really want to get to the process that you use to match people, I do want to mention that from what I've read, there's one group who you decline to match, and that's gays and lesbians.
Let me tell you why we don't. I look back at my 38-year career, and I've seen thousands of people in therapy. I've never had a same-sex couple in therapy. I don't know how. I don't know exactly what the dynamics are there. We've done a deep amount of research on about 5,000 married people, but never on people who are same-sex. So we don't know how to do that. We think the principles probably are different, and so we've never chosen to do it. And that's the position we take.
I bet you haven't done a lot of counseling of Wiccan couples either.
No, that's true. That's true. But and you know, and if it weren't for the fact that we look for so much similarity in terms of the religious aspects, we probably wouldn't match those people because we haven't had many of those people, like you say. I don't think I've had any.
Can we just
sure? Let
me just ask you: Are you sure it's not because you're uncomfortable with homosexuality that you're not doing it, as opposed to the fact that you haven't counseled a lot of gay couples? Because a lot of people say love is love, and an attraction is an attraction, and it might not be that different to match the tastes of a gay couple and a straight couple.
It might not. I don't know that. I have a deep desire for gays and lesbians to be matched well if they're going to be together. The fact is that same-sex marriage in this country is largely illegal at this time, and we do try to match people for marriage. So that's one issue for us. The other issue, I don't try to sneak away from it. It's the biggest political, the most contentious kind of question in America right now. And, I have come up through the Christian side. I have a great amount of experience in all of that. And given the fact that we don't know much about it, and given the fact that it's so inflammatory on both sides, we've tried to steer clear of it. But at the same time, I've done this. I had some people come to me who were actually gays, and they wanted to know how I would advise that they try to build a site to do a good job. And I spent a lot of time with them talking about the need for research and the need to look at what really does work for gays and lesbians in terms of the couples, and how you develop research instruments that will help them to do that job well. And I've tried to be helpful in those ways, but we've taken the position that right now we don't choose to do that.